What's going on, guys? Stony Rob here, back for another YouTube video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, because mine is going amazing like every other day. Damn, I hit those notes like the weekend. But whatever, let's get back to the topic at hand. If you guys try to look back, I'm pretty sure you could remember the first job you ever had. For some, it was a wonderful experience. To others, it was the most god-awful job you could ever have. Well, mine was god-awful, but not for me. More so to my employer. And I can legitimately say I was the shittiest employee you could ever have. But who could blame me? I was 16 years old, stoned out of my mind, and spent his whole paychecks on weed to sell and smoke. So it really didn't take long for me to get fired. So my first job, surprisingly, was at a vegan/organic supermarket. The store wasn't big or none. It wasn't a Walmart. It had 10 employees max. I worked as a cashier because I was only 16 and had no prior experience. So it was pretty much the easiest job I could have in the store. Scan items and put them in the bag. Simple as that. I started working there the summer of 2016. The year where the XXL freshman list hit its fucking peak and Kodak Black was hot out the streets. I was working about 25 hours a week at $10 an hour, so I'd make $500 bi-weekly. At the time, it was good enough for me to buy half a pound of weed and doubled what I earned, flip the shit out of it and make $1,000 bi-weekly. So I wasn't complaining, you know? Every shift, I'd come in high as fuck. I'd take either 2-3 dabs or smoke a backwood and come in high. Eventually, the other workers really took notice. I'm not even joking. They'd see my fucking eyes bloodshot and say, okay, this guy's probably stoned. He's not sick or he's not fucking deprived of water. He's stoned as hell. These workers, though, were complete fucking cunts. The ones that annoyed me the most were these two girls. These two girls caught on very quickly. I was always high as shit and they used that to their advantage. One of them weighed more than fucking Moby Dick, and the other one was a feminist vegan who'd argue with me about every single aspect of my way of living, every single one of my fucking things, every shirt, every pants, every word I spoke was gonna get argued, for fucking sure. So let me start off with the fat one. This girl would be the laziest fucking person I had met in my life. She would constantly say she needed to go to the bathroom and leave me at the cash with huge lineups to deal with. Me being either hired in Elon Musk's dreams to go to Mars, it would take me so much time to clear the whole fucking line. That shit was stressful as fuck. Imagine getting looked down on by vegans who are in a hurry to drink their fucking detox tea. And not just that, every damn task that you had to do to close up shop, I would do it. I would never complain or say shit because I was scared to get fired or something. And she'd always complain about her weight. And every time I'd say go exercise or something. And she's like, I don't exercise. I just need to stick to my diet. Well, bitch, if your diet was working, you wouldn't be as fat as you are now, huh? Well, you stupid dumb bitch, go fucking run or something. The fat one used to piss me off so much, but the vegan one was worse. The vegan one is what you expect by a stereotypical vegan feminist. She'd see me wear Nikes and say I support child labor. I'd wear a fucking t-shirt and she's like, you support Indonesian slavery, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And she'd see me eat meat and she'd see me eat meat and call me out as an animal murderer. She'd even used to say that weed is a plant created by the New World Order to sedate the woke minds of this generation and prevent us from having future leaders who want to create change. What the fuck are you talking about? That does not concern me specifically. Specifically, I don't give a fuck. How is that my problem? You don't see me complaining when your stinky ass hasn't showered in days, making my nose commit suicide over 100 times when I'm standing next to you. Use deodorant. I know they test that shit on animals, but you still fucking stink. The girl wouldn't leave me the fuck alone. She ran her mouth like a cokehead so much that eventually I started getting extra stoned before my shifts with her. Just so I can become dumb enough to not listen to what she has to say. So 2 months into the job, I was planning on quitting. I had made enough money on the side to sustain for a few months with no work, so I just had to wait till I got my 3 months there to get my last paycheck, what would include my vacation time. So if I got fired or quit before the 3 months, I wouldn't get that extra $300, $400. So I was like, I bet I can survive another month. So one day, I had this long ass shift because like the fat girl didn't come into work, probably like trying to lose weight or something, I don't know. And I think it was like a 10-hour shift. So I'm already high as shit doing casual cashier work, and at my lunch break, my friend Jamal hits me up and says he's like close to my job. So I'm like, alright, what the fuck does that mean? And then he says he's got a fat ass Cuban cigar unrolled and he's like about to fill that shit up with a 1/4 ounce of weed. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. So I wait till my lunch break and go running behind the Mickey Dicks next to my job and I wait there for him. Jamal arrives and I just see the sheer massiveness of the fucking cigar. Like that shit was filled to the brim. Like weed with the brim. So we don't waste time and light the bitch up. Like that monster lasted 45 minutes and at that point I was just stoned out of my mind. So I go wash my hands in the Mickey D's and go back to work like all casual and shit. Not even 10 minutes after arriving, the power shuts off everywhere. So like everything shuts off and it takes about 2 hours before like the lights turn back on. So I keep working and shit and the shift is about to end and I ask if anybody got the temperatures of the freezers and everyone like kind of forgot, so I go and check on them. Everything was off by like 8 degrees, right? And like that's bad for freezers if you don't know, because like it affects food in some sort of way, even if like it's 2-3 degrees like Celsius off the charts. So I'm like, I go back and like I tell the guys and like girls that the fridge is getting hot, and everyone there, and I mean everyone, says, oh, it's gonna be fine, they're probably gonna turn it back on tonight. So I shrug it off and close up shop and go home, right? Like all casual, because I'm still new. So I'm like, alright, if everybody says it's alright, then everything's alright. Bet. This is where shit starts going downhill. The next day, I had a shift from 4 to 9 p.m. I was planning on going to a party that night, so I bought a bottle of Hennessy with me. Like I was trying to get cut early just so I could arrive at the party on time. I get there, right? Everyone is huddled next to the manager's desk and the manager is crying. Like she's crying as if her fucking kids just died. I ask what's up and she starts saying that the store just lost $30,000 worth of food. Like, do you realize how much that is? $30,000 worth of food because the freezer shut off. Like everything was gonna get thrown away and shit. And in my head, I knew I was gonna get screwed. Like bad. So she starts asking why we didn't call her when we saw that the temperatures went down. And I don't snitch anyone. Like I keep it real and like I don't say, oh, they told me everything was gonna be fine, blah blah blah. Well, guess what? This fucking vegan bitch starts yapping that I came in high as shit, which okay, I'll give it to her. That's true. But then goes on to say that I didn't tell anyone and that I wasn't working correctly all day. Like, I wasn't doing jack shit. And I started defending myself, obviously, because I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, you started snitching me, you know? And the manager just cuts me off and starts saying, it's okay, we all make mistakes. We didn't, like, train you well enough, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, alright, sure. If I'm not in trouble, then it's fine. And I get cut off early, so I'm like, bless. I go to the party, everything's litty. I get my dick sucked, you know, everything's good. Thank God. And, well, the next day I have a shift, right? And I come back to work and like the head honcho of the store, like the guy that owned every store in my city, was waiting for me. And like he had his arms crossed and he's like was tapping with his right foot on the ground, like all like conniving and shit. And all he says to me was not, hi, what's up? You have a minute or something? All he says is, you're fired. Like Donald Trump, like, you're fired. I'm like, what? And he says, you didn't meet the qualifications to work at this job. Hand over the keys like a fucking robot. I'm like, what the fuck? So I try to defend myself because I was trying to get that extra 300 vacation pay, you know? So I just throw everyone under the bus. Like, I mean everyone. And that didn't work out and I still got fired. Like, that job had the worst employees, worst management that I could fucking experience as a first job. Like, that it was such garbage. Like, what did I expect? It was a vegan/organic chain of supermarkets. Like, what did I expect? I don't know. But like, that shit sucked. But like, whatever. At least these sons of bitches lost money, so I really don't care. So to be honest, that's pretty much it. That's like the time I got fired from my first job. Like, I hope you guys didn't have like as crazy as a story, or maybe I even have crazier, I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, drop a like and hit that subscribe button to see more videos like this. I really enjoy this. I really enjoy making these videos. Thank you for 10 subscribers. We just hit that. I can't be more thankful than this. This is Stony Rob, and I'm out.